Hazak Baruch. Boker Tov, everyone. So yesterday we mentioned that there was a story that I saw that I want to share. It's not from Rabbi Shalom Asas, but it has to do with the topic that we've been talking about the last few days. So the story goes, a recent story of a young rabbi, an avrech in Lakewood, New Jersey, who was flying somewhere. And sitting beside him was a black guy, and he was very interested in what this young rabbi, he was like learning on the airplane, and he was like looking in, and it looked like quite interested. And so this young avrech, he realized that this person was like looking in, and it's a good story, but it's a little bit of a sad story. But the reason why I'm saying it here, not for a Shabbat or whatever, I say want my kids to know this type of topics. But anyway, but I think it's an important story, very important lesson. So he's looking in, and this avrech realizes he's like interested, and he says, "Hey, what's going on? What's your name? So the black guy says, "My name is Shach." He says, "Wow, that's an interesting name." He says, "Looks like you're interested in the book I'm reading." He said, "Tell you the truth, I noticed that on the book you're reading, there's words there that are tattooed on my body." And he puts out the tattoo, and it says on his arm, "Zot Chukat Torah," in Hebrew. There's a Parashat Chukat, the beginning of, these are the laws of the Torah. So this young guy, Avrech, is like, doesn't know where to put himself. He's like, I don't get it. Like, what's... The guy says, I'll tell you the truth, I don't know. My father, when I was 18, he made me get this tattoo. And I don't know. But I know it's from the Torah. And, I know my father's Jewish. So he says. And I just see it's the same words here in the book that you're reading. So the avrech says, "Can I please get your father's number? I just want to know. Like, this is so I'm so curious." He says, "Yeah, no problem. My father will." So he gets the father's number, and the avrech calls him, and he says, "Hello, my name is Meir, and I met your son on an airplane. And he said his name is Shach. It was so interesting, and he was able to pronounce it like a cha." And so then the person on the other end of the phone says, "Let me tell you a story." He says, "My name is so-and-so. I used to be a student, a Talmid of Rav Shach. Rav Shach from Panovich, the famous Panovich Yeshiva in Bnei Brak. And I was a student from Rav Shach, and it came time that I needed more parnasah, and I discussed with him that I'm going to go to work." He says, "Okay." So he went to work and he started succeeding. And he says, I was in work, and sometimes I needed to stay late in the office. There was a bunch of offices, and sometimes I needed to stay late. And often it would happen that I was the last person in the office. But I wasn't just the last person in the office. There was also a black cleaning lady in the office. And I called Rav Shach, and I said, I'm a married man with kids, but I have to work, and I have to work sometimes late. But there's a cleaning lady here. There's a problem of yichud. You're not allowed to be secluded with a lady that's not your wife." And he asked his rabbi, she's a cleaning lady, whatever. I'm married with kids, and it's not every night that I'm here that late. Is it an issue? So after saying all the details, he says that my rabbi, Rav Shach, told me, yes, it is an issue. And you're not allowed to stay with her secluded. He said, even though the rabbi told me that, I didn't listen. And sometimes there was work and this and that, and one thing led to the next, and I had a kid with this lady. And therefore I named the kid Shach, so I never forget that I made the mistake not listening to my rabbi. And the parasha that week that he was born was Parashat Chukat, Zot Chukat Torah. These are the laws of the Torah, and Chukim are laws even if you don't understand. Sometimes we think we understand, but the Chachamim really understand. The Torah really understands. And this is what he told us, Avrech. Unbelievable, crazy, mind-boggling story. And this is the rule to extract from here, as the Chachamim tell us, is in apotropos la'arayot. We've been speaking about cases of a Kohen marrying a Grusha, or it's a Goy and a Jew, and we speak about these type of cases, where at the onset, often people, no way, I'm a Kohen, I would never go with a Grusha, but things happen accidentally, and things end up happening. But generally it happens because we don't follow this rule of en apotropos la'arayot. What do these words mean? Apotropos, in the Gemara, it's an Aramaic word, it means a guardian. When a person passes away and leaves orphans, the orphans often need a guardian to make sure that no one's ripping them off from their estate, and this guardian is going to take care of the children. There's no guardian in apotropos. There's no guardian when it comes to illicit relationships. I mean, you can't say, I'm going to guard myself. I'll be okay. Other people, they could fail. They'll fail in that. I'll be okay. No. You can't trust yourself. And that's why the Chachamim have these rules of yichud. You can't stay alone with this person, that person. Happens to be recently, I don't know, I've been getting a few calls, people asking me, I have a male, babysitter, and a young girl that he's babysitting. Is it allowed? Or I had another question that, we went out of town. I left my 12-year-old girl with a friend. We had a guest sleeping in the basement, a male, sleeping in the basement by himself. The 12-year-old and her friend are on the top floor. But is that allowed? Not allowed. So a lot of these things we have to be aware of. And the rule, don't think that you can guard yourself. You can't guard yourself. The Chachamim already told us. And therefore, and that's where things happen. So with all these halachot, we have to have in mind that we have to take extra precaution and make sure that we are on top of ourselves on the laws of yichud, and that we shouldn't come to such situations. Be'ezrat Hashem. There's a lot of halachot of how to do it, how to leave the door open. Maybe Be'ezrat Hashem we'll get into it. Okay, that's that for today. Interesting story, a little bit heavy, but gives us a lot of perspective. Mincha tonight at 4:30, and Be'ezrat Hashem the Haftarah Shiur, Be'ezrat Hashem tonight at 8:30. Have a good day, everyone. Tana Deviliyahu.